Hello everyone, welcome back to my garden railway. Today we're going to be looking at progress that I have made on the railway so far and preparing to run trains after a couple of months, so repairing the track bed and repairing the track itself. Due to the hot weather we have had recently, there's been quite a lot of warping, so I'm going to go through little bits of repairs that I have to do. There's not too much, but I will show you what needs to be done and what tools to use. So I'm just going to start now. This is the bottom end of the railway, and now you can see last time this was basically just a hole with grass in the middle. We have now filled with some white stone and some nice plants which will fill out that area nicely. You can see it is now bricked in underneath the track bed, if you like, and on the front here you can see, which I think looks a lot better than just having a plank of wood with some track on top running around the garden. It now looks like part of the garden as opposed to, yeah, exactly what it was. Planks of wood with track on top running around the garden. So, as you can see, the tunnel section is still there, and underneath the tunnel section we have bricked this area in, which again, I think you'll agree with me that that looks a lot nicer than just having a gaping great hole underneath. Now, track work repairs, we have here, this piece of board has moved, so this track is loose. We have some more loose track here that all needs to be adjusted before we run, because otherwise it just won't look right. So we will be getting onto that shortly. Just pan around there. You can see I've trimmed away the underneath of this pampas grass, as it was starting to really overtake the railway a little bit too much. I'm just going to move around to the other side now. You'll see we've got this lovely trellis that's been put up underneath the railway boards, as bricking it was very time consuming. Enjoyable, but time consuming, and I didn't want it all to look the same, which is why this has got trellis with the white stones underneath. As you can see, the track here is not in bad condition. There are a few bits that will need repairing, which I will show you. But as you can see, I don't think that looks too bad. Now if we move round to the other side, and again if I just pan out, you'll see more trellis as the railway goes up its gradient. And there's the smoke bush, which was in the last video, with barely any leaves on it at all. And here we go to the box, which was last time just mud. You can now see the stone and the plants have well filled out this area. Now, if you notice, there is this extension which has been built, or in the process of being built, which is planning to be a station area. I'll show you that in more detail later, and the intentions of how I'm going to run the trains on it and why it's in that particular design. As you can see, this wall here didn't exist in the last video. Again, built that in order to have the flower bed, but also give me somewhere to have a station area, so it wasn't just planks of wood screwed to a wall of the house. So that's the progress we've made so far. I'm now going to move on to inspecting the track and seeing what repairs need doing before we can run some trains. Back in a minute. Now I'm back with you. I'm just going to point out the areas of repair. I think I've done this in the last video, or in the last part of the video should I say. This piece here needs repair. You can see the track's lifted quite badly. That needs sorting out. This has got a slight lift to it here, but that's not too bad. We just look straight down the track, we can see how the warping is on the track. And get it in focus, there you go. It's not too bad today, but it has been pretty bad, so next time it gets a really hot day I will repair the track so it can cope with extreme temperatures. Move round. There is another area here that needs repair. You can see it's lifted completely off. Here it's lifted completely off the tacks. That whole length of track has come loose. The other side's not too bad. This is okay. There is one here that's lifted off its pin. Not a problem, we can sort all that out. And as for this end, This end has been okay, but suffers mainly with warping along these tracks here. These suffer quite badly warping along here. Other than that, it is okay. So now I've shown you what repairs need doing and the progress that I have made, I'm now going to get on to repairing the track and showing you how I do it. See you in a minute. Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm now going to show you the tools we're going to need to carry out these repairs. So first of all, for the wood we need a drill. Now this is a very expensive drill. My job as a mechanic, I'm a bus mechanic by trade, so I do buy expensive tools, but Lidl's drills will do just the same job. Not as good as quality, but they will do the same job. So there's the first tool we need. Second is a hammer. Small pair of cutters. Long nose pliers. Track pins in a sealed box so they don't go everywhere. And if you can see, a selection of screws. These are from B&Q. I think they're about £13–14. Absolutely brilliant for doing this. Fantastic screws, and they don't rust either so far. So let's get on with repairing the track. First thing we're going to do, open up the screws, find a good size screw like this one here, and then this piece of wood that has dropped, I'm going to put the screw in at the side at an angle, get it to bite. The screw's now bitten. I'm now going to lift up this piece of wood. I mean, you should be able to see that in the video actually, and then screw in like that. Now you can see that that wood has now become level-ish, not perfect but level-ish. Now next thing to do is pull the track pins. Start with these. Pull the old track pins up that are causing us problems. These have been in here a while and they're not rust proof, and the pins I used weren't actually track pins, they were very small pins, which I'm sort of regretting at the moment, I think, because they are being a bit stubborn to get up. There you go. You see, slightly bigger than a normal track pin, but it'll work. I don't drop these in the garden, I put them in a little tub and then I recycle them responsibly. So now that that's done, we can now find a different point in the track to tack down. There's the track pins, you can see a lot finer, a lot finer. Try and get it into focus, there we go. A lot finer these. So I'm now going to move along a few sleepers, pop the nail in a hole already placed in the track, take my hammer, gently tap it down. When it gets down to track level, turn the hammer over, use the other side. I do that, I use a hammer all day long, so I'm quite good at swinging it in various places. So now that that's done, I'm going to put a pin slightly further along, which wasn't there before, just to help us out a little bit. No hole in this one, so I'm just using my fingers to push it into the track. Be careful because the heads will bed into your skin. There we are. Now I think there's a piece here, you can still see that on the video. Yeah, there's a piece there. I'm going to lift the whole track up, pull the nail out from underneath. There we go. I think there's another one a bit further down as well. Yeah, it's there. Take that one up. There we go. Same again. Different sleepers. Pin in. Hammer. There we are. Another one a little bit further down. Ooh. Let's go here, I reckon. That looks pretty good. So he said he's good at hammering, and then he just bent the end of the nail over. Good that. Now I'm going to move on to this track here. pull this one out. They do get quite stiff. Yes, you damage the sleepers, but it's second-hand track in the garden. If you had modern track, you'd probably pay a little bit more attention and a little bit more care on laying it, but in the garden things do get damaged, so second-hand track is the way to go. There we are. I think that's that bit done, so I'm now going to move on to the next section. Now here we are back at the next section of track. As you can see, this whole area has lifted here, so I'm going to pull the old pins out and re-tack it down. I don't know if you want to see the whole process, but it does give you an idea of how long it takes to repair. And I suppose what we could actually do there is just tack that pin right in. There we go, problem solved. Next one, tack it right down. There we are. There's another one there, look. Go. So that's now tacked down. Now you can see there's still quite a bit of lift in that, so I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and get another tool of mine, and we're going to rectify the flexing of this in the heat where it warps. We're going to rectify that now. Bear with me 2 seconds, I shall go and get my tool. Welcome back. Here we have my other tool, Draper Stormforce Dremel. Not had this very long. I'll open it and I'll show you how we use it. So pop it out. Oh, just broke the disc. Sod's law. On camera, he breaks the disc. So while I'm here, I'll show you how to change the discs. Screw in the top, hold the disc in the top of the screw, and then just unscrew it like so. I hope you can see this because I can't see the front of the camera at the moment. 2 very small nylon washers. Pop that there. Pull the screw out with the other nylon washer. Grab the broken pieces, put them in that little pot I said about with the nails in. Grab another disc out the pot. There we are. Like so. These are very breakable, these discs, and when you are using the Dremel, please at minimum use goggles, because if one of these discs break and hit you in the eye, you can see there 2 nylon washers go either side. If one of these discs hit you in the eye and it breaks, you will know about it. Chances are you will lose your sight. They spin at quite a high RPM. Now you see that's a screwdriver head on the end of there. I don't know if you can see. I'll try and get it. There you go. It's a screwdriver head on the top. You don't actually need to use it. Finger on the top of the screw, get the disc, just give it a little turn by hand. That is it. That'll be more than tight enough. I'm going to slide this in here. I've got to remember how this works now. That's it. Lock that in place. Lock it in place with this little button. There you go, it's locked in place. Unscrew the end like a chuck. Fit the end of your tool that you're choosing to use. Tighten it up by hand. Now do not use tools. Now I'm going to try and pull this track apart. Which, there you go. Track is now pulled apart. So if I now get the Dremel, turn it on. Good speed on the Dremel. Hold the track down and just trim a couple of millimeters off. Hold on a minute, something's not quite right. That's it, I didn't tighten the disc properly. There's one. By eye. There we go. Now I'm just going to run the disc underneath the track, give it a little clean on the edges where the sleepers go. That's it. Now, in theory, I should be able to lift this up, line it up with the fish plates. There you go. Squeeze it together. Now, yes, there is quite a big gap in that track, but if I get the pliers, I should be able to wiggle this track along slightly. I don't mind a gap in the track. It's actually quite nice to have a gap in the track because it makes a nice noise when the trains go over it. So there we go. That's that now done. Now I'm going to pin it down. Just move the Dremel out of the way so I don't break another disc like I did a minute ago. Ooh, there we go. Track pin, find a suitable spot, make sure the track's straight, or wherever you're happy with it. To be honest, it doesn't have to be straight. There we go. One there. I'm not going to put too many in this because I don't think it needs it. Another one there. Oh, there you go. See what I say? Good at throwing a hammer around and then he goes and bends the nail over. But well recovered, I think. Let's go in the other end, slightly closer to the camera. There we go. Tap that down. There we are. I think there's a little bit on this one to do as well. Yes, there is. So cut that bit of sleeper out. Hammer that nail down. Get another one. And pop it in a suitable hole. Let's do this one here. For some reason I'm a little bit shaky, I don't know why. Perhaps it's nerves of doing the camera and probably having my face on it at the same time. There we are. I think that is the repairs we need to do. Now the next thing is to clean the track. Now I'm not going to show you how to do this. I have a video on track cleaning, so if you'd like to go and have a look at that. I'm now going to go and clean the track, whole layout, get the hoover out, hoover it all off, clean it, get it ready to run, and we'll see how it runs with some new trains. See you in a minute. Right, welcome back again. I've just finished cleaning the track, which took an absolute age, but we should now be ready to run some trains. I'm not going to lie, I did have a quick test. Here's my two lovely assistants ready to run the trains for me. So if George wants to get one started, which is a Hornby Centenary loco and wagon, there they go. Now I'm going to switch the points and the isolators in order to get my daughter Freya's train running. If I do that and that. Right, okay Freya, now for the Flying Scotsman. There it goes. Set the points back. Turn off the isolators. There we are. The bit of string you can see over there is just to hold back the plants because we don't want to cut it yet. I advise you not to cut any plants unless your wife gives you permission, especially if she does the gardening. And we should have the Flying Scotsman coming along. Absolutely lovely, that loco, very nice. Now I think you agree that the work that has been done certainly makes it a lot nicer to run trains and video trains without seeing just mud and grass plastered everywhere. Here comes the Flying Scotsman again. Right, now we're going to run some trains into the station. Bear with us while I set up the point work. this one here should be coming into the platform. There it goes. Second attempt after the derailment we just had. There we are, train's running. I shall make a few more videos coming up about various things. I can't remember off the top of my head right now, but if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and leave a comment if you'd like to have any information about what I'm doing. Thank you and goodbye.